I'm Casey with Campbell Jones Cohen CPAs, and today I'm here with Caden Mortensen from our bookkeeping department, and we're going to talk about everyone's favorite subject, 1099s. Now, Caden, I know that you're a UNLV student and that you're in a fraternity, and I bet at those fraternity parties people want to know all about 1099s, right?
That's correct. It's actually the number one thing I'm asked about when it comes to fraternity life.
So tell me, who needs to receive, what is a 1099 and who gets one?
Well, a 1099K, it works just like a W-2 essentially. However, it's for vendors that are not considered employees.
Okay, what's some examples of that?
So if you ever hire a lawyer, contractor, anybody that calls themselves a consultant, still working on what that means in my life. However, anybody that calls themselves probably consultants but should be receiving a 1099.
Okay. Anybody I hire, are there any limits? Like, do I have to pay them a certain amount of money?
So there is a $600 threshold. Anybody that you pay the equivalent of $600 or more within a calendar year, you need to be providing a 1099 for.
Okay. And do I give this to them if I pay like my cleaning lady, or is this for businesses? If here at the accounting firm, we pay someone to clean our office, do they get a 1099?
So when it comes to, yes, any individual or businesses certainly will be receiving a 1099. And actually some business, if you're paying another business as a vendor, they might not necessarily need a 1099. However, there is an accompanying form called a W-9 form that they should probably fill out.
A W-9.
That will help us kind of figure out who needs to be receiving 1099.
Okay, a W-9. I've heard that a best practice is that I should get that filled out before I pay them. Is that true?
That is absolutely true. Any vendor that you're planning on hiring for a specific job, you should probably plan on handing them a W-9 and ask them to fill it out right away. This will help you retrieve any important information about them and how to fill out their 1099 later on. Sometimes we see a lot of our clients don't actually get this W-9 right away, which is not the end of the world as long as we get it at some point. However, when we do receive that W-9, there's a lot of things you can find out that maybe you should have known in the beginning of the year.
Ah, I see. Where do I get a W-9?
So W-9, it's actually pretty easy to access. If you just log on to the IRS website over at irs.gov, search bar, just type in W-9 and they'll give you a blank form.
Okay, that sounds good. So these 1099s, when are they due? Am I required to get them out to vendors by a certain date?
Yes, so that actually a little bit of complexity when it comes to that, considering there are over 20 different types of 1099s.
Oh.
However, the most common ones you're going to see pretty much are going to have a deadline of about January 31st.
Wow, January 31st, that's really coming up.
Right away.
So what does that mean in terms of my bookkeeping?
So bookkeeping should probably be up to date right away. Hopefully we've been kind of on top of that, or if Campbell Jones Cohen isn't handling your bookkeeping, you're on top of it in some form. However, it's something you might want to be considering right away.
Okay. Who does Campbell Jones Cohen help with 1099s? Who do they prepare them for? Anybody off the street?
So that is kind of up to the consideration of those higher up, beyond me really. However, we most likely will try to help everybody we can. On top of that though, if you were ever looking for any 1099 services, you'd want to reach out to Campbell Jones Cohen right away at bookkeeping@yournevadacpa.com.
Okay.
And that will help us kind of figure out what your needs are going to be for the year.
And what type of information do business owners need to have to get these prepared by CJC?
Best case scenario, you're going to have a clean set of books and ready, whether that be bookkeeping for services we've already provided to you or outside services, but that would be best case. Say you needed something to be done, that would have to be questions asked through that email.
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like I'm hearing that it's really important that you have your bookkeeping caught up at the end of the year, because 1099s are due to vendors, to contractors, to people that you've paid to do things but who are not your employees, no later than January 31st.
Absolutely.
And we need to fill out a Form W-9 that we can get off the website, irs.gov, search W-9, to have the information to create the 1099. If you need assistance with these, please contact Caden at our bookkeeping department. Give us the information again.
So you're going to email us at bookkeeping@yournevada.com.
All right, thank you. And that will be able to help you with your 1099s, provided we get them with ample time to meet that January 31st filing deadline.
Perfect.